All right, here we go. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report for a Wednesday, Hump Day, October 20th. Hope you're having yourself a good start today. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by ThriveFantasy.com. It's a prop. So what it is, guys, it's a prop site, and you go to Thrive Fantasy and you make you download the app at the App Store, and you can make props on games. And let me bring up their website here today. Normally they send me their props each and every day, but today I didn't get the props. So let me go to their website, and you can see on their website some of the props that they got going today, and you can pick your props, right? So let's say Joker here is playing tonight against Phoenix, and let's say his over-under is 35 points. Well, then you can bet over-under Joker's points, and you can do that each and every day at ThriveFantasy.com. All right, folks, don't forget, check out HockeyPicks.com. You can play each and every day right here at HockeyPicks.com. And if you want to follow some of the top pickers, you go to your most followed page right here. And then you can see the top pickers are, some of the top pickers of, let me see here. Let's go to our top pickers. Lifetime leaders. And there's a Moscow at 64 Stanley Cups. That is quite the task right there. You got 64 cups, and that's pretty good right there. Messi's at 55 cups. Wise One's at 51 cups. And also there's Louis Lovett at 51 cups. And let's look at last night, see how people did. I went 7-4 at my hockey selections. Sports Fan 626. Jim Santella went 6-5. Eddie O from Montreal, a little off night for Eddie there, 5-6. And Musco 5-6, and those are some of your top pickers each and every day right here at hockeypicks.com. And don't forget bballpicks.com. You can play b-ball picks. In fact, we started off last night. Hopefully you started off the NBA season right. Went 2-0 last night. I had Golden State straight up, and I also had the Milwaukee Bucks. So a nice 2-0 night for yours truly. And you can see everybody here starting to make their picks at bballpicks.com. And it's a great site to go and follow other pickers, right? All right, welcome to the show, everybody. My name is Ron Raymond, a 5-time champion sports handicapper here based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. And you can follow me each and every day here on our YouTube channel. Monday to Friday, we do a live stream, 10:30 Eastern-ish, 10:30-ish, depending on the technology. If everything's, everything is, all our ducks are aligned in order, so we get to go. I lost everyone for a minute, says Gloria K. Yeah, you know what? I logged on this morning, and I noticed there was 2 live shows on our front page, and I said, we can't have that. We can't have 2 live shows. People are going to get confused. So I deleted hit the old reset button, and I reset it. So did you guys get the notice for this show here? Hopefully you guys got the notice. So anyways, welcome everybody. Good morning to Lindbergh. You got Chemical Babies. You got Plant-Based Junkie in the house. Gloria K. Telly. Mitchell Watson's in the house, so everybody's rumbling and stumbling into the bullpen. Yeah, it was weird. It disconnected. Yeah, I disconnected, then I reconnected because the 2. It showed 2 live shows, and I said, you know what, can't have that. People are gonna get confused, so they don't know. Doing the live show, and people are waiting in the other window, right? And they're saying, hey, where is everybody? Everybody closed the light on us here today. But how was your night? Did you guys have a good night last night? Looking at baseball, we had a lean. Actually, I didn't post any picks in baseball. Again, I don't post a lot of playoff baseball selections. I'll give my leans on the show here. It's just we're getting to that point where, it's it's the playoffs, playoffs. Yeah, playoffs, and it's tough. You got to pick your spots in Major League Baseball. But we did get a lean yesterday on Houston. I'll have a lean today in the 2 games going today. We got we'll look at the game between the Arkansas State against, I want to say it is, let me see here. Arkansas State is playing UL Lafayette, the Raging Cajuns, right? So we're going to have a look at that game. We're going to take a look at the baseball games, the hockey previews, only 2 games, and then we'll finish the show with the NBA playoff previews, and we'll take a look at all the games going in the National Basketball Association for a Wednesday, Hump Day, October 20th. All right, folks, how was everybody win there? Let me see in the bullpen. Everybody had a good night last night. We know we did all right in our playoff hockey, not playoff hockey. See, started talking playoff baseball, and I'm thinking everything's a playoff. It's funny, too, because I'll do my shows in the morning, those videos you see, the pick videos. And anytime we're in the playoff, like baseball playoffs, I'll be going, all right, today's NHL playoff. No, we're not in the NHL playoff yet. So I'm always, retake. Hey, so I think some of these retakes would be funny, like a blooper. I should do like compile a list of my bloopers and post them on Ron's bloopers. It's kind of funny, but no one's here to see it, right? So I'm just laughing with myself. Jared Bush, 1K on the Astros. Good for you, Jared. Nice little cash out right there. There's Quentin Jones in the house. We are mourning here in Atlanta. Yeah, that was a tough one. I said it yesterday, right? I got a feeling that Atlanta-LA Dodger game is going to be a homer series. I just got that feeling, sometimes you get those feelings that, it's a homer series. We'll see today if it's going to be another homer type series with the Dodgers and the Atlanta Braves. All right, we announced I was tripping, says Telly. Okay, I thought I was tripping. Sabres and Dodgers game. Hey, Sabres 3-0. Hey, is plant-based. You are already lining up the parade route there in Buffalo. Hey, for the Stanley Cup parade for plant-based with the Sabres going 3-0. $600 on the aisle, says Jared Bush. Hey, good job yesterday with the New York Islanders for Jared. We let him off the hook. Yeah, good old Denny Green, right? We are who they thought they were, and we let him off the hook. Hey. If you guys ever get a chance, the coach for the Minnesota Vikings back in the day, Dennis Green, hey, great coach. He had this saying, it was a preseason game. Who goes in a preseason game thinking, the Bears who we thought they were? We let them off the hook. Hey, go to YouTube. It's one of the greatest. It's one of the part 3, right? I'm a man. I'm 40. That's another one. That's another good one right there. Mike Singletary. Hey, can't do it. Can't work with him. Hey, can't do it. Davis, hey, when he talks about Davis, can't work with Davis. Let me see here. Bills Mafia and Sabres bringing it home, says plant-based junkie. All right, folks, don't forget you can get all my tip videos right here at atstats.com. If you go to the YouTube channel, you'll see below the videos there's Ron's tips, and you can sure get those Dog Days of Summer videos that we did in the month of July when it was a slow month of July. July is always a recharge the battery month, right? You get only baseball going, and NHL, NBA playoffs are finished. You get to relax, watch some baseball. But not Ron Raymond. He's doing videos. He's doing tip videos. Hey, once you get in this work mode, it's really hard to. I don't know if you guys are like me. It's just hard to take time off. Like, it's just hard to settle down and just do nothing. I'm not wired that way. I feel like I always got to be working. If I want time off, I'll go to the lake, or I'll go somewhere and do that. Jared Bush, you're not delivering well on your horse racing. I'm disappointed. Yeah, well, hey, take a number, Jared. Get in line. Hey, horse racing, it is what it is. Who cares about horse? Says plant-based junkie. Hey, you know what? If you're just basing your recommend, anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But so if you are interested in the videos, you can see them here each and every day here at the YouTube channel. And let's speaking of horse racing, let's go right into horse racing right now, and let's go see the tip sheet, and let's go to Keeneland. We're gonna go to Keeneland Park here today. We're gonna go to Keeneland. Allen Iverson Rav. We talking about practice. That's a top 10 to Mark Nations. Yeah, practice. We're talking about practice. Yeah. All right, Keeneland, $15,000 maiden claiming race, 1 p.m. post time, 116 miles on the dirt, 189 in race number 1 today at Keeneland. Laura's Angle with Jay McKee taking a ride here on Laura's Angle. Sue Sorella, the 8-horse in the 2 spot that we got him winning the 8-horse. Sue Sorella, BJ Hernandez Jr., 39% in the money, last 100 races, 10-1 morning line. And the 9-horse Ipsum Gratis Aragon. Ipsum Gratis, is that some type of Latin word I should know about here? Ipsum Gratis, maybe I gotta look it up. Our Aragon, the driver here in the jockey in the 9-horse, 15-1 morning line is the odds here on Ipsum Gratis. I wonder if that's some type of Latin word, right? 189 is your recommendation here today at Keeneland. And your joker, your value play of the day is the 4-horse Hostile Princess. Hostile Princess. John Talamo taking a ride here on Hostile Princess, 15-1 morning line. Now, if you're going to play an exacta today at Keeneland, hey, Keeneland, I feel like I'm doing like the Jim Mora playoffs. Hey, Keeneland, 15-1 morning line on Hostile Princess. And if you're going to play Hostile Princess, always recommend the Double Dutch betting system. And that is if you like the 4-horse at 15-1 and you got a $20 budget, put 10 to win, 10 to place on the number 4. This way, if Hostile Princess comes in first, you get paid twice. And if he comes in second, you get paid once. Now, if you're going to play an exacta, I'm going to recommend 188994 exacta box. And if you're going to play a trifecta, 189489 trifecta box. Always remember to box those horses. And again, today's free tip sheet is Keeneland. Go to atstats.com, go to horses, premium tip sheet. In the pull down menu, go to Keeneland and then print out the entire tip sheet. It's free. And these are the pearls, eh? OG Wheat, let's give them pearls today in horse racing. All right, what do we got on here? The Sharks looked good last night. Yeah, you know what? Montreal, I said it. Montreal's a small team, and Montreal's having trouble finding the twine, as they say in hockey. They're gripping. They're gripping their sticks, and nothing's working for Montreal. They don't have a line going. They're juggling. Jake Allen, he looked good against the Leaf in opening night, and then, Swiss cheese the other nights. And then whatever the backup goalie's name there, Mutombo or something like that. Montreal is hurting right now. No Weber, no Price. The Montreal Canadiens and the Stanley Cup hangover is real. Look at Tampa Bay, right? Tampa Bay struggling out of the gate. So some of those teams are struggling right out of the gate. I'll be there Tuesday, says OG. Gloria K. Welcome to Atlanta. At Gloria K. Oh, she's going to Atlanta. I guess her son's going to be golfing in Atlanta. Plant base. All right, we saw that. And let me see here. What else we got? So, NBA might be good to us. A 76th season. All right, what do we got on deck here? Let me see. We talked about the horse racing. Hey, we didn't have a big horse racing fan of our tip sheet, so we had to do that just for him. Let's go to NHL. Let's go to the SBI, the Sports Betting Index, and let's take a look at what's come in the NHL the last couple days. We looked at the NFL, college football, and you can see here NBA just started. And last night, 1-1 favorites and underdogs. So neutral market in NBA after one night. But let's go to the NHL and see what we do in this segment is we always take a look. This is one of the most important things I think you need to do each and every morning. See what has come in the following night, right? Because sometimes you get into these patterns of, you get into like you're watching it, man, is all the underdogs coming in? And the next thing you know, you go look at the SBI, it's like, wow, underdogs are coming in the last 3 nights. And again, if you're not betting the puck line on hockey, you're doing it wrong. I cashed 2 more parlay tickets last night just betting puck lines. I had a 4-teamer and a 2-teamer on the puck line, and it was a nice winner. I took Florida and Washington on one puck line, and then the other puck line, what did I have in the other puck line? I think I had, let me see here. I had San Jose. I took Washington. What was the other one? I had Nashville. No, not Nashville. Anaheim. And there was another one. What was the other one? I'd have to go check. Was it? Can't remember the other one. I'll have to go look. But anyways, it cashed in, so it was we're really happy about that. All right, let's take a look here at the last 7 days in the NHL. Neutral market. We're still in the neutral market. Favorites, 51.4. You know what? Now that I talked about that, I got to go. Hey, you know me. Once I say something and I got to go confirm it, because now I got to go to Bookmaker and see what the 14 parlay was. What did I have last night? History. All right, let's go to history. Let's go to that puck line. All right, let me see. Where's that 4-teamer? 2-teamer, 6-teamer. Oh, here it is. All right. So who was it? So Florida plus 1.5. Washington, LA Kings. That's right. LA Kings plus 1.5. Nashville was my my premium pick. I thought that would be a 1-goal game. And San Jose. So there you go. Hey, I always like to anytime I got something in my mind like that, it's like, okay, I got to go get it, or I'm just going to be thinking about it for the next 10 minutes. Last night in the NHL, look at the under. Oh, no, that's the puck line. See, underdogs. Look at that. 8-3 on the puck line. I'm telling you guys, if you're not betting puck line, you're doing it wrong. 5-6 to the over-under, and then 6-5 last night. So 6 favorites, 5 underdogs came in last night, and on the 7-day average, we're still neutral. And if you look at the over-unders in the last 7 days, 60% of the games have gone under in the NHL. So on the 7-day average, we are very bearish on the favorites, bullish on the unders. So now the thing is, anytime you're on a 7-day average of always coming under, Now, the thing is, you don't know when you're going to see the reversal. You don't know when the overs are going to come in. So that's when you scale down back your units, right? So if you normally, say, a 5-4 unit player, go back to 1-2 units on totals until we get back in the neutral market. Then fire away. All right, we got one game in college football here tonight. You got the UL Raging Cajuns. In fact, let me take out my coaches list. I did my homework yesterday. On Tuesdays are very busy. If you ever want to get in touch with me on a Tuesday, good luck. That's all I got to say is good luck. You probably have a better chance of getting Joe Biden on the line because, Tuesdays are very, very busy here. With all the college football, NFL, getting all my prep work ready. So where's my college list right here? In fact, let me go to my college football. Here we go. And let's take a look here at tonight's coaches. I always look at the coaches, and then I'm going to look at the I'm going to start looking at the matchups here tonight. Let's go to college football. Now, the coaches tonight, you have UL, the Raging Cajuns against Arkansas State. Let me see if I got that. Or is it Coastal Carolina, App State? Yeah, I think it's Coastal and App State. Hang on, maybe on the wrong week here. Let me see here. Yeah, so this week the feed has been wanky, so I got to fix the odds on some of the. Let me go here. I'm right at Bookmaker. Let me take a look at the college football. Make sure I got the Coastal Carolina, App State. There we go. All right, so tonight we got Coastal. Yeah, we got to talk to my programmer, get the feed fix here. All right, let me see if I'm missing any comments. Nope, we're good. So let's go to Coastal Carolina and App State. Let me see. That's a good football game tonight. That is a very good football game. All right, so here we go. Coastal Carolina, you got now. What's the line on this game here tonight? I'm seeing minus. Let me see what Bookmaker has. Bookmaker has Coastal Carolina minus 4.5 for Coastal Carolina. Over under at 61.5. All right, the wrong window. Let me just. Where's my Excel sheet? All right, so so 4.5, and then we have 50, 60. So the line opened up at 59.5 earlier in the week, and looking at the forecast. According to our forecast, let me see where our forecast is saying right here. Where's Coastal? And let me do it this way. It's always easier. Coastal. There we go. All right, so we have 32-24 is the final that we have here on the rain report on our system format. 64% chance of winning compared to 33 for App State. Chance of covering 52.9 for Coastal Carolina, the Chanticleers. And the Mountaineers 41.6, and the chance of this game going under the total tonight for Coastal is at 58% compared to 75%. Now, if you click on the link here, Coastal Carolina, you're going to see on the next page all the previous games of all the teams prior to. Let me see here what's going on. Not coming up. Yeah, so a little bit of a headache here today with our. Let me see if I just go back to our new forecast, or maybe my site's down. Maybe the site's down, or because I'm not be able to go to the front page here. Oh, hang on, college football. All right, let's go to Coastal again. Let's see if we can bring that next page up here. Maybe it's up here. There we go, Coastal. And we can't get the next page up. All right. So I'll have to talk to our programmer about that. In fact, let me go to the rain report. We'll go rain report right here. And then we'll go into Coastal Carolina against App State. And let's take a look at some of the numbers on this game here this evening. All right. The site's a little slow today. All right. So looking at the last 5 games, 5-0 for Coastal Carolina, 3-2 for App State. The line value on this game, I had the Chanticleers at minus 29.7. And let me just bring this over here. And let me see here, 29.7, but minus 8 for App State. So you're getting good value on the Mountaineers here. And looking at the chances of covering the spread, 58% chance of covering. Wow, big high percentage play, 85.7 on the chances of winning the game for the Chanticleers right here. And let me take a look at some of the other numbers. App State 3-0 at home this year. Coastal Carolina against the lined games 2-0. And let me see here. Teams on 12, the road favorites on 12 days rest this year. 13-4 straight up. But look at the over/under, 13-4 to the under. So maybe the under might be where the value lies here tonight between the Mountaineers and the Chanticleers. So I think the under is where you might want to lean here. I'm seeing a lot of Kogo on this game. The Kogo's at 50%. So yeah, I think the under is where you might want to lean in this one here tonight. All right, let's take a look at the other. Let's go to baseball. Let's take a look at some of the baseball games here tonight, and let's see where the value lies in some of the games. And let's go to Houston against the Boston Red Sox. Big game last night for Houston. This series, now tied at 2, I believe. In fact, let me go check. Make sure. So looking at the schedule, the series tied at 2, and Atlanta leads 2-1 against the Braves, the Dodgers. So looking at the Houston Astros here tonight, they're going to be sending Framber Valdez to the hill against Chris Sale of the Boston Red Sox. -120 is the line. The over/under at 9.5. Forecast going to lean with Houston in this one, 5.3 to 4.98. The over/under at 10.3. And I believe every game so far has gone, over the total. In fact, when you go to game 1, 5-4, the total in that game was 8.5. Game number 2, the 9-5, that one over. 12-3, 9-2. So every game has gone over the total. And you know what? With Chris Sale going up against Framber Valdez, went in game number, what game did he go? 2, 1? Yeah, it was a 5-4 victory, and you got the early hook in that one. I think he just lasted 3 innings. Now, again, when you get into this stage of baseball, analytics, you can take it with a grain of salt, but I think you got to go momentum, pitching, and right now, okay, so a back and forth series, Houston wins last night, and, a strike call that was called a ball that could have changed the whole momentum of this series, but I'm going to stick with the Boston Red Sox. I'm going to stick with Boston. I'm not going to let one game change my mindset here. I think Boston with Chris Sale -120 is very, very good value. Valdez due for some unders, says plant-based junk. Astro Valdez on the mound. I'm putting a house on Boston will regress. No, I don't think so. I think Cora's got these guys right where he wants them, and there's too much. Schwarber and all those guys. They're not gonna tank. I like Boston here, and I look for the Red Sox to bounce back tonight against Houston. All right, Dodgers taking on the Atlanta Braves. And again, this is going to be a homer series. I got a feeling this is going to be a homer series. You saw Atlanta take the first 2. Dodgers, coming from behind, winning yesterday 6-5, or was it yesterday or the day before? I can't remember. So many sports going on right now. -205, Julio Urias going up against undecided. I don't see a pitcher yet. What are you guys seeing tonight for a pitcher? Let me see what who's the probable pitcher today for Oscar Noah, maybe. So still undecided, but I'm seeing Oscar Noah. What are you guys seeing? Hey, are you guys seeing? Hey, Elliot, how you doing, buddy? There's Isaiah Moore's in. I hope so. Odds are in their favor. Miss Denica's in the house. I like the over 2. Atlanta is doing the same thing. Okay. Good morning, all. Says there's Corner Gas in the house. So just saying good morning to all the people logging in. Now, 205, way too expensive. I'll be honest, again, you got to pick your spots in playoff baseball. I don't like any of the betting options today. Sometimes in baseball, you pick your spots. Like yesterday, if you played Houston, you made a nice little profit. But I don't see any baseball betting opportunities today. I think today's going to be a pass for me, betting on baseball. And sometimes, you got to enjoy it as a fan, right? Just without having that stress of your incentive, whatever your incentive on the game, a prop, a side, a total. I say, sometimes you just got to lay back and if you're going to put money on it, beer and pizza money, right? Whatever your beer and pizza money is. But for me, I'm going to pass both game. I think the Dodgers win. I think Boston wins. But from a betting perspective, I'm not going to be touching either betting options here today. All right, let's go to NHL. Let's take a look at the puck. Hey, let's go right to the pucks. And let's take a look at game number 1 between the Boston Bruins and the Philadelphia Flyers. If this was the 70s, this would have been a great game. The Broad Street Bullies, against the Killer Bees. -132 is the line here on Boston. The over-under set at 5.5. Forecast leaning with Boston in this one. 2.81, 2.2. The over-under at 5.03. And let me check out the starting goalies, probable starting goalies tonight. And again, so it looks like Jeremy Swayman is confirmed for Boston, and Martin Jones Martin Jones will get the nod here. I think this is the first start. Hey, you know what? Carter Hart got the first two. Now Martin Jones comes in tonight against Jeremy Swayman. Minus 132 is the line. And looking at Philly, like Philly did not look good in their first game against the Canucks, right? Vancouver came back and win. Seattle, expansion team, they had their way with them. I think this is a good spot for Boston. I think this is a good spot for the Bruins, coming off a 3-1 win, home win at home 3 days ago. They're coming in rested, and they should be healthy. And when you look at the lineup for the Boston Bruins, and let me go to my NHL now, and let's always look at the power play units, right? Let's go take a look, because in hockey, when you get two teams that are very equal, when it comes to skill, now you got to look at the power play and the PK, right? So in the first power play unit for Boston, you got Bergeron, Marchand, Taylor Hall, McAvoy. Nice contract, by the way, McAvoy. Pasternak. And then you got Keith Yandel. Can't believe he's still playing. Claude Giroux. Hey, if you're French, Claude. Konecny used to play here for the 67. John Van Riemsdyk. And then Sean Couturier. Yeah, Brassard, he got his goal the other night. And Nick Foligno now in Boston. The Bruss, yeah. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna lean with Boston in this one. I just, Martin Jones. That's the question mark, right? If he comes in, and we'll see how he plays. And when you look at Martin Jones, let me take a look at his stats in San Jose. So he started off with the Kings for 2 years, then 6 years with the San Jose Sharks, and now he's in Philly. So he's going from two West Coast teams to an East Coast team, and Philly's it's a goalie graveyard, right? This is where goalies go to. It's Philly's goalie. If you're a goaltender, why would you go to Philly? That's where goalies go to ruin their careers, type thing. But we'll see what happens here tonight. Let's take a look at the last games that these teams face. April. So let me see here. It was a 3-2, 4-2, 3-2 win for the Flyers. And let me take a look at some of the other stats going into nothing really. When you start the season like this, you got to go with anytime you're handicapping. I thought about this morning. Anytime you're handicapping the beginning of a season in, say, NHL, NBA, whatever, right? There's I call it the common sense rule. And when you look at the matchup and you say, okay, what's the common sense here on and the bookmakers will always, give you like a little head start by telling you who the favorite is, right? And typically favorites, if they're good teams, they'll get off to good starts. The bad teams will get off to bad starts. And look at good example is Buffalo, right? Buffalo starting, bad season last year, starting 3-0, but very uncomfortable. It's probably the opposite of common sense. It's that uncomfortable feeling. But then on the other side of the coin, you look at some of the top hockey teams right now, and you look at Pittsburgh lost last night, Florida 2-1, I believe. And let me go take a look at some of the records here for some of the teams, and we'll get back to what I'm trying to get at here with this common sense rule. Let me go to let's go to team standings right here. I'll go to team standings, and we'll go to NHL. And let's take a look at some of these top teams. Like Edmonton. Okay, so Buffalo, Minnesota, Edmonton, Florida, they're all 3-0, right? Columbus 2-1, Ottawa 2-1, Toronto 2-2. But when I look at the some of these teams, like the common sense rule, and you base it on 10 games, and at the end of the year, teams will normally hit between 55 and 62%, right? So when you look at a 10-game series, which team are I don't think teams are going to go 10-0 right out of the gate. There's some that could, but like a team like Edmonton, 3-0 right now. When it's all said and done, you play some of those road games in 10 games. Are they going to be 6-4 or better? Right? Minnesota, are they going to be 6-4 or better? Buffalo, is Buffalo for real? Like, are they going to be the Seattle Mariners of baseball this year? Right? Remember I talked about yesterday that finding those under the radar type teams that probably go with that uncomfortable feeling. I think Florida Panthers. Even though they got lost last year to Tampa Bay, I got a feeling Tampa Bay is going to be one of those teams in the first 10 games you're going to want to follow, right? Minnesota, one of my picks last night. In fact, let me see, my picks last night in the NHL, I went 4-1 with my NHL picks last night. had a pretty good night. Let me see. I had Minnesota. We got lucky. Hey, sometimes it pays to get lucky to be good. Minnesota 6-5 winner. Florida, nice winner right there. Pittsburgh, that was a overtime loss, right? So I really thought Pittsburgh, the start that they have, that the common sense rule, that they'd probably be a 6-4, 7-3 start type team, right? And that's how I look at things, right? During cycles sometimes. And what's the Rain report all about? Value, percentage play, and performance cycles, right? And I look at games through either 3, 5, 7, or 10 game cycles, and I got a feeling that in the first 10 games of the season, which team are going to be 6-4, 7-3, and you got to look at the schedule and see if there's any spots in any weaknesses in the end. Their strength of schedule, right? Strength of opponent. So those are top of things that I do. And again, I mentioned this yesterday on the show. The 20 game mark, right? Who's who in the zoo in the first 20 games. In the first 20 games of the season, you get a good idea who's pretender and contenders, who's going to be the teams on the bubble making the playoffs. But again, if you go to the Rain report and then you looked at yesterday, we talked about the market index, finding those neutral teams, the teams in yellow, and try to combine that with some good cycle handicapping, and then you can get yourself some good value. Now, yesterday, my premium picks, I had 2 premium picks in NHL, and I'm being very selective this year in my premium selection. I'm off to a good start. I think I'm 5-1 right now with my premium picks. I had Nashville as one of my top plays. That was my $500 bet play. And I had Washington plus 300. I didn't go 500 because I had a little respect for Colorado. So I said, you know what? I really love Washington coming off that loss to Tampa Bay. The way they lost probably didn't sit well with the team in overtime. But I got a feeling that this, Colorado, I think, is a bit overrated, right? A bit overrated. They changed their goalie. And now, Grubauer's gone. You got Kemper. But I thought it was a great spot last night for Washington, and we got the W. The only loss I had this year was Toronto, and that was an overtime loss. So pretty good start to the season, and Florida was my free pick. And again, if you ever want my free picks, just go to picks, go to free picks, and you can get them right here at atsstats.com. But back to that game, hey, it's amazing to get off on a tangent, right? You spin right off when you start talking about a game. But you know what? That's why the hamster keeps running in the wheel, right? Because anytime I see something and it just triggers something, I can go off on a handicapping segment, right? A handicapping note. But that's why you guys watch the Rain Report, because it's we're not fans here. We're investors. And this is how you got to look. And that's one thing I always stress to clients. Look, put your fan hat away, and put your investor hat on, and just, you can't be a fan watching sports. You got to be a sports investor. If you're a fan, you're going to, just sign the check to Caesar, sign the check to bookmaker. Just send them your checks right now, because you're not going to do well. All right, so I do like Boston in this one, but I think there's some more handicapping to do. St. Louis, hey, you know what? Is Binnington back? That's the big question. Vegas, I think, is getting way too much respect here. If you look at the starting lineup for Vegas, and I just realized Ryan Reeves is now a Ranger. I must have seen it in the offseason. With so much going on in baseball, sometimes you forget about the player movements. But so what's first thing that came to mind, anytime I see a character guy, a fighter get moved, a guy like Ryan Reeves, and you look back in the day, some of the top hockey players, and I'll go back to the caveman years, hey, to some of you guys, the Edmonton Oilers, Dave Semenko protected Gretzky, Steve Yzerman, you had Probert, Kosher. Like, you need guys in the lineup to give space to your best players on the ice. And if you don't have these type of character players, enforcers, and fighting, and say what you want about fighting in hockey, I'm slowly like, I don't think it's ever going to leave the game. I think that it's needed so that the players can police themselves, and that some guys don't get stupid on the ice and go after some of the top players. And hockey is a game of instinct, right? The light switch can go off in really a New York second, right? So you make a stupid move or a slash, and then you make an instinct move that you probably regret later. But you can't have guys, goons, going after your top players, right? So when I saw Ryan Reeves leave the Rangers, I said, not a good move. Not a good move. You get rid of Fleury. Fleury's at the end of his career, but he's still a respected goalie. And to me, say what you want about Marc-Andre Fleury, the guy's a winner. He's won everywhere he's gone. And getting rid of Fleury, I think the board doesn't like, for some reason, just not a big fan of Fleury. The first thing he did when he got in there, he made Fleury a backup to Leonard, right? What are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? So there's obviously a trust issue with DeBoer and Fleury, and now Fleury's gone, right? He's in Chicago, not looking good either in the first few games. But back to Vegas here tonight, looking at their lineup. They do still have some good players here. But you're looking at the injury report, man. Janmark that they got from Dallas is out. Pacioretty's out. Mark Stone's out. I always keep calling him Matt. I don't know why. Matt Stone, Mark Stone, and he played here in Ottawa. You look at the Tuck is out. Nicholas Roy, man. It's starting to look like a real mash unit for the Vegas Thunder. And I just don't know why they're a favorite here tonight. This is a reputation line. This is, to me. And you know what? They could win 3-2 like the forecast says. But when I look at this line, I think this is a pick'em line. At best, this is a 110 pick'em line. 108, 110. I think this here is a pick'em line, and that's where I think this line is right off. And 3.21, 2.58. The over/under is set at 5.79. Looking at St. Louis, 2-0 to start the season, and 2 big wins. Okay, Arizona's not the, not a big team. New head coach there, Tourigny's in Arizona, but 5-3 in Colorado. And this is one reason why I like Washington last night, because, this here was a red flag game. When I saw this score 5-3, I said, okay, Avalanche is not as good as, they're not as good as we thought they were. And we let them off the hook. But there was no letting off the hook last night. And for Washington, man, they just kept scoring, right? So I think St. Louis is the play here tonight. I think St. Louis and Boston, the 2 road teams, are the play in hockey. Don't forget, you can make your plays each and every day at hockeypicks.com. And if you go to Hockey Picks and you want to follow my picks, go to Most Followed, look for the Hall Olympic logo. I still call it Hall. Everybody, it's Gatineau now. If you're in the Ottawa region or you follow junior hockey, back in the day, the Hall Olympics, one of the best junior hockey programs in Canada, and a great rink. Well, the old rink, not the new one. Hey, I'm not too crazy about the name of the new rink, right? The Slush Puppy Arena. I don't know, the Slush Puppy Center. That doesn't sound like the Bob, right? The Bob Gertin Arena. I don't know, the Slush Puppy Center doesn't sound like an intimidating place to me anymore. Hey, it's like, oh God, what have we done here? We turned one of the best hockey rinks in junior hockey into the Slush Puppy. Hey, let's hope the ice is not Slush Puppy. But if you're a junior hockey fan like I am, and you watch, back in the day of the Hall Olympics, really good hockey players: Luc Robitaille, Martin Gilina, Jose Theodore, Bordelot, Peter Worrell. Remember Peter Worrell played with the Florida Panthers? He was a very popular guy in Hull / Gatineau. But some of the good teams back in the day were in Gatineau. All right, let's go to your NBA here tonight, and I'm going to go to the selections for computer picks. And let's pitter patter. Let's get to the NBA, which you guys have been all waiting for, right? Focus, Chad. Hey, focus, buddy. Focus, Ron. Once a day, he's got to let me know. Great job, no limit, says Gloria K. Tonight's going Raptors, Bulls, and I got to check my other prop picks. All right, let me see here. I went 2-0 in NBA, took Bucks and Golden State. Good job. No limit sports betting. And who else we got here? We got, all right. Don't forget, folks, if you're new to the Rain Report and you want to say hi, just pop into the chat room. Let us know you're there. And hey, a little Slapshot reference right there. Let them know you're there and come and say hi and meet everybody in the bullpen. Great people, and we're here each and every Monday to Friday, 10:30 Eastern, right here on the YouTube channel. All right, Chicago Bulls taking on the Detroit Pistons. Now the Bulls going into this one as a 5.5 point favorite. The over/under set at 218. ATS forecast computer pick. Gonna lean with the Bulls. 109 to 108. The over/under set at 218.14. And let me take a look at the starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls. And let me see here. Okay, let's go to lineups. And the projected lineup: Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan, that's a good pickup there. I can't believe he left Pops in San Antonio. And then we got Patrick Williams and Nikola Vucevic for the Chicago Bulls. And for the Detroit Pistons, you got Killian Hayes, you got Josh Jackson, Sadiq Bey. You got Jeremy Grant, and then you have Isaiah Stewart for your starters here. Kobe White is out. I hope he doesn't start the year like that. Kobe White out tonight for the Chicago Bulls. So looking at this lineup, and opening night, right? It's always tough on opening night because, the fans are pumped, but you're getting plus 5.5 with the Detroit Pistons. That's a pretty good value right there, but it's still early. Again, I talked about this yesterday. Anytime you're handicapping the start of a season, you don't want to start doing a belly flop into the pool, right? You go put your toe in and get a feel for who's who in the zoo. And what you do tonight, guys, is you limit your action, right? And if you're really sharp and you have a good good feel for the game, which I'll be honest, NBA is probably my third or fourth best sport. And once hockey's here, hockey gets all my attention. Like I got 4 TVs going, and 3 will be on hockey, 1 on basketball, and that's just the facts, right? You can't be the best at everything, right? So you got to pick your spots in the sports that you do follow. And if you're like me and you're a hockey guy, but you do love watching basketball, like there's certain teams I like to watch. Like if the Toronto Raptors are on, I'm watching Raptors, right? Those are my teams. If I watch the Raptors or the Brooklyn Nets, the teams that are, the Boston Celtics, mostly the team in the division of the Raptors, I like to follow that division because I like to get a good grasp. You can't, if you're just you're handicapping NBA, but you're mostly your attention's on NHL, you can only, maybe handicap per division, right? Per conference in the NBA. But I do have a good grasp on everything. But when it comes to my expertise, it's not NBA. I'll tell you that right now. My expertise is NHL, NFL, and then Major League Baseball, NBA, and then college football. CFL is up there with hockey too, right? But CFL, not too many CFL fans out there. All right, so I do like, I don't know about this one. So I'm just going to wait and handicap that a little bit more after. You got the Pacers taking on the Charlotte Hornets. Now, again, the line might be off here. I'm going to take a look at Bookmaker, and I'm going to compare my line with the Bookmaker's line. And let me see here. For the Charlotte, we got -1. And the total here, I got 219, and we got what here? 223. Wow. So let me see here. Charlotte, wait, am I at the wrong one? Charlotte? No, 223. 223, yeah, we're right there. All right, so looking at the forecast based on 30 simulated games in the database, 112 to 111 favoring the Pacers. Now, looking at the starting lineup for the Indiana Pacers, Malcolm Brogdon is a game time decision. You got Jeremy Lamb, game time decision. Oh yeah, here we go again with the Indiana Pacers with their game time decision. It's like a cop out, right? I know the NBA has a rule that you got to put, injury reports, but this they did the same thing last year. Justin Holiday, game time decision. Domantas Sabonis, he's in. Miles Turner's in. Okay, LaMelo Ball for Charlotte. You got Terry Rozier, game time decision. You have Gordon Hayward. You have Miles Bridge and Mason Plumlee. And looking at people who do the injury report. Yeah, see, look at Indiana, all game time decisions. So, looking at the this game here, I do like. This is another tough game, right? Another tough game right out of the blocks. 2 tough games. Be interested to see what you guys like in this one. I don't think I'm gonna touch this game. I don't think the lines. It's a pick'em line, right? But if I go with the forecast, 112 to 111, and the total 224.88. So maybe I don't know. I'll leave this up to you guys. Maybe our basketball experts into the chat room. How you doing? There's Rui Pedro Nogueira, NBA finally, NHL also. Spurs to win and cover, my pick. So Rui likes the Spurs here tonight. Chad, Chicago has 7 wins in a row against Detroit. Ben Bonfield says, what are some locks for tonight? We got a lock. We got a locksmith in the house. I don't know, Ben. I don't know about locks, but we do have a lot of confidence on a lot of our plays. Chicago is where I'm at, Chad. Give me the Pistons, says Plant Base. Not touching the Pacers, says Isaiah. Pacers are a little beat up, says Gloria K. Hey, how could they be beat up? We just started the season, right? Did they get beat up in the preseason, Gloria? I'm not too sure. They need to prove a lot, says Isaiah. Most wins, Indy has 71. Charlotte has 47 wins. All right, the game of the night, well, one of them, Boston Celtics taking on the New York Knicks. Now, looking at the line in this game, -1.5 for the New York Knicks, and the over-under at 216. ATS forecast, computer pick, gonna lean with Boston. Another close one, 106 to 105. The over-under at 212.49. And let's take a look at the starting lineup for Boston. You got Dennis Schroeder, you got Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown's a game-time decision, Jason Tatum, and then you have Robert Williams for New York. Now, Kemba Walker on the other side of the court, Evan Fournier. You got RJ Barrett, Canadian. You got Julius Randle, and you have Mitchell Robinson. So looking at Al Horford is out tonight. Horford's out. But looking at Boston, I have to take a look at, let me see here. If I go to ATS stats, let me go to a dashboard, and let me go to my regular database. Let's go to NBA. And let's see how Boston has done in New York in their last few games here. Let's go road team against New York Knicks. Where's New York? And let's go last 7. Let's go last 7 games. Boston 5-2 straight up and against the number, 2-5 to the under. So interesting numbers right there. And the forecast leaning with Boston 106 to 105. Boston, you know what? But New York, the energy they had last year. Thibodeau, good, coach of the year. You got a new attitude now. Kemba Walker with New York. Yeah, this is an interesting matchup, but I just like the grit of the Boston Celtics, right? Boston, always a gritty team, and anytime you get a good team plus points, but it's basically a pick 'em line, right? But I'll probably lean with Boston in this one. Washington taking on the Toronto Raptors. Now, this is the first game. There was no games last year in Canada for the Raptors, so you know that crowd's going to be pumped tonight. It'll be like a big loving, right? One big group hug at the Scotiabank Arena tonight. -2 is the line here on the game against the Wizards. Now, 221 is the line. Looking at the lineup for the Raptors, this is not your this is not the same Toronto Raptors, right? You got Goran Dragic, you got Fred. This is Freddie's team now, right? Freddie VanVleet, OG Anunoby. You got Scotty Barnes and then Keem Birch, and then you got for the Washington Wizards, you have Spencer Dinwiddie. You got Beal, who's a game time decision. So Bradley Beal is a game time decision. Contavious Caldwell-Pope. You got Kyle Kuzma, and then you have Daniel Gafford. Now, Bryant is out. Thomas Bryant's out tonight for the Wizard. Hachimura's out, and Winston's out. And for Toronto, Siakam and Watanabe is out also. You know what? I like Toronto in this spot here tonight. I got a feeling the energy is going to be absolutely electric in the Scotiabank Arena tonight. I think Toronto could be a 10-point win here tonight. It could be a big 10-point win. All right, let me take a look here. Let me see. No, I'm going Knicks, says No Limit Sports Bettor. I'm sure that one leaning towards Pacers. Boston has 330 more wins than New York each other. You the man, says Evan Thornton. Appreciate you, Evan. Raptors, says Isaiah. Yeah, I agree with Isaiah. I think the Raptors is the play here tonight. All right, Cleveland taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. Now the Grizz, a 7.5-point favorite. The over-under at 218. Forecast leaning with a big win here. Look at that, 12-point win for the Grizzlies. 121 to 109. The over-under at 230.39. Looking at the starting lineups for the Memphis Grizzlies, you have John Morant, Desmond Bane. You got Kyle Anderson. You got Jaren Jackson and Steven Adams. And then for Cleveland, you have Darius Garland. You got Colin Sexton, Isaac Okoro. You have Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen, the Fro, right? You got the Fro now in Cleveland. Dean Wade and Windler's out. And you got Brooks out for Memphis. 7.5 opening night. I can see this happening. I can see a 121-109. I think Memphis could be the play here. You got Minnesota taking on the Houston Rockets. Let's take a look at here at the line. Quentin Johnson's all over the Toronto. I like Toronto too, says Quentin. And let's take a look at the line here. -5 is the line on the T-Wolves. The over-under is set at 229.5. Forecast going to lean with the Minnesota Timberwolves, but not to cover. 113.04, 110.63. The over-under at 223.67. So we do like this game to go under the total. Looking at the starting lineup tonight for the Minnesota T-Wolves, you got D'Angelo Russell, you have Anthony Edwards, Josh Okogie, you got Jaden McDaniels, you got Karl Anthony Towns. So Cat, hopefully he's healthy this year. Kevin Porter, you got Jalen Green, Eric Gordon, Daniel Thies, and you have Christian Wood. Yeah, Christian Wood. Remember last year, I know he couldn't stay healthy, but when he was in the lineup, he played a big role. He had a good start of the year, right? Remember that? So I do like Houston plus the points here tonight. I think we're getting good value, and 113, 110 seems about right to me. What do you guys think? You think this is a Houston plus 5 is a good? Let me see what Bookmaker has. Bookmaker has, let me see here. Yeah, plus 6. So it's at plus 6 at Bookmaker. Even close on the spread. Cleveland wins. I like the over in the Memphis game, says Miss Denica. Plant-based Celtic has a nice system played today. Oh, we got to check that out. Philadelphia taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, Philly, what's going on in Philly with Simmons and all that? That's a distraction, right? Like the last thing, Doc Rivers and Embiid and all the players, nobody wants to talk about another player. Like this is opening night. It's not about one player. It's about the team, right? The one thing, being a football coach, I say this all the time, nobody's bigger than the team. And it's like, you learned that in the military, right? Nobody's bigger than the next guy beside you. Everybody's, has their role, and you can't focus on one guy. And if that guy's a distraction, well, you got to handle it. And in the quicker you handle it and you make it a thing of the past, the less we're going to talk about it, right? So I think Philly in management, got to move them, or you got to move them or do something business wise. And in the pros, you want to make an example about something. Like the commissioner said, right? He's got a contract, and if he doesn't, honor his contract, then you dock his pay. But if you can't have him in your room, you can't have him in the environment and be a distraction to the team, right? Last thing you want to do is start talking about Ben Simmons when you're going to face New Orleans. Who wants to talk about Ben Simmons against New Orleans? You want to talk about the Sixers and the Pelicans, right? Minus 3.5 is the line here for the Sixers. The over/under at 224. Forecast sees a Philadelphia win by 2, 112 to 110. The over/under at 223.13. And Z looks like Z's out here tonight. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Philadelphia 76ers, and you got Tyrese Maxey, Seth Curry, Danny Green, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, Milton, Riller, and Simmons out. You have Devontae Graham. You got Nickel Alexander Walker. You got Brandon Ingram. You got Najee Marshall and Valanciunas and Zion Williamson out. That's not the way you want to start, especially for the new head coach in New Orleans. You need your guns, right? You need your top guns to be playing. And, Philly, I think Philly's the spot here. 3.5 seems a little bit, seems all right. Seems the lines to be okay. But again, here's the thing. And now that we're back into talking about basketball, and let's take a look at the money line. Minus 168. If you're going to play 160, 170 in hockey or in baseball, why wouldn't you do it in basketball, right? Especially with a road team. If this line goes down, I would take more of the money line, right? But if it goes down to 2.5, 3, take the money line and shop around, right? Shop around and get the money line on that game. Orlando taking on the Spurs. Now we know Rui Pedro Nogueira from Lisbon is all over the Spurs, right, Rui? Minus 6 is the line here tonight against the Magic. And looking at the total on this game, it's at 212.5. 107-101 the final, so we do have them winning by 6. It's always amazing when you see the forecast always on the number, right? 209.62. Maybe the under is where you want to lean here tonight. Looking at the starting lineup for San Antonio, not the same starting lineup. DeJounte Murray, you have Derek White, you got Doug McDermott, you got Keldon Johnson and Jacob Poeltl. And I don't see any big names anymore in San Antonio. The days of Duncan and even DeMar DeRozan are gone, right? Cole Anthony, Suggs, Terrence Ross. You got Wendell Carter and Mo Bamba for Orlando. You know what? I don't know, Rui. I know you like San Antonio. I think Orlando plus 6 is the spot here. I just don't see the lineup. I don't see that lineup being taking care of the Magic here tonight. But, hey, you got a great coach in Pops. Anything can happen, home opener. But this is why I say anytime you're betting new seasons, preseason, NHL, not preseason. If you're betting NHL, NBA, the opening of a season, the opening week, toe in the water, right? Get a toe in the water. You take one play tonight and see who's who in the zoo. Get a feel for the teams, and then once you get 2-3 games under your belt, then you can go 2-3 plays a night. Thunder taking on the Utah Jazz. This line just keeps going up. I saw 11.5 this morning. Minus 12.5 now against the Thunder, and 221 is the line. 119 to 106 based on 41 previous games in the database, and we have them winning here by 13? So 13, that's right there at the number, right? 112. It's always amazing how close it has on the number. Utah, really good season last year. Mike Conley, you got Donovan Mitchell, Bogdanovich, you got Royce O'Neal, Rudy Gobert, the starting lineup for the Jazz. Pascal's out. You got, let me see, Eric Pascal's out. Pascal. Forrest and Rudy Gay out for the Jazz. Then you got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, another Canadian right there. Luguentz Dort, another Canadian right there. A lot of Canadians on that team. Josh Giddey, Darius Baisley, and Isaiah Roby for OKC. Yeah, don't think I'm going to touch that game right there. Denver and Phoenix. The game of the night will be at the Talking Stick Resort Arena. Hey, what happened to the Forum or something like that, right? What's the Talking Stick Resort Arena? Hey, sounds like the Slush Puppy Center in Gatineau. Minus 5.5, 224 is the over/under. That's not an intimidating place, right? Hey, where are you playing tonight? Oh, we're playing at the Talking Stick Resort. Ooh, be careful. That's a mean crowd over there at that Talking Stick Arena. Hey, it should be I don't know. You need more of an intimidating name, right? If you're gonna play into another player's stadium or barn, like Death Valley, right? You're going to Death Valley this weekend. Hey. You Talking Sticks Resort Arena. I don't know if that sounds intimidating to me. 5.5, 116, 111. The over/under at 227.25. Let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight at the Talking Stick Arena. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, DeAndre Ayton, and let me see here. Derek Sarek is out. For Denver, DeMonte Morris, Will Barton. You got Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic, the Joker. Hey, you got the Joker here. This is going to be tough. You got two teams who went deep into Phoenix went deep into the finals last year, and they got eliminated. So this could be a revenge spot here for Denver. But let me see here. 116, 111. So we got them winning by exactly 5. And what's the total? 227. Maybe the over. I think the over is where you want to lean here tonight. Phoenix won 4 in a row against Denver, says Chad. Yeah, this could be a revenge spot for Denver, but I think the over is where you want to lean. And Sacramento taking on the Portland Trailblazers. Minus 5.5, the over-under at 234. And let me see how we're doing on time. 57 minutes, pretty good. 5.5, 234. ATS forecast, 117 to 112, the over-under at 230.43. And looking at the spread, right there on the number, 230. The under, looking at the starting lineup tonight. Talking sounds like a Disney movie. Exactly, right, Gloria? Hey, where's Buddy Buckets? Yeah, where is my guy Buddy Buckets? He didn't he sign with what is it? The Clippers? Where did Buddy Buckets go? Let me see here. Buddy Yield. Yeah, Sacramento. No, where did he? Is he still? He's still with. He's still with Sacramento. I thought he got traded. I thought they traded Buddy Yield in the offseason. Yeah, I thought for some reason. Let me see here. Let me go to... I think Buddy Yield is still with Sacramento. Hang on here. No, he's not in the... let me take a look. Where did Google... All right, let's go Buddy Buckets. Yeah, Buddy Buckets. Let me see here. Says here new. Let me just go back here. Sacramento. He's still with Sacramento. I thought he got traded, but yeah. Let me see. Let's go, says Chief. Yeah, so 117 to 112, the over-under at 230.43. Chad, now you focus through runoff. Yeah, exactly. You know what? Now that you got me Buddy Buckets on a Buddy Bucket watch here, I'm trying to find. I think he's still with Sacramento, but I thought for some reason he got traded in the offseason. Maybe I could be wrong here. De'Aaron Fox, Halliburton. You got Harrison Barnes, Marvin Bagley. You got Rickon Holmes against Damian Lillard. You got McCollum, Norman Powell. Norman missed him in Toronto. Robert Covington and Joseph Nurkic. All right, so looking at this game here tonight, this could be an over game, 230. I know the computer has 230, but this could be a game that goes over the total. But again, I'll have to go on my Buddy Buckets watch here and see what's going on. Chad, now you focus through runoff. Sorry. Yeah, you guys know how to throw me right off my rocker here, right? All right, there you have it, folks. That is the rain report today for a Wednesday, Hump Day, October 20th. No, that's not Buddy Buckets. That's Joker. Okay? And if you want to get the free stats today on all the games, all the matchups, if you go to the rain report or you go to atsstats.com, you'll see on the front page now we have free stats. In fact, if you go here, say let's go to NHL. Let's go to NHL. And you want to see the game of the night. Well, they're all there. So if you go in the pull-down menu, you can get all the matchups. And here now I noticed we have our stats and trends at the bottom here for the NHL. So some really good stats and trends. In fact, I saw a good one on the over tonight in the Flyers. Look at this. When the Philadelphia Flyers are a home team during the month of October, coming off 2 overs, look at the over-under. 13 overs, 3 unders, 3 pushes. So pretty good over-under right there on the Philadelphia Flyers. And folks, you can get all the free stats now, the Rain Report Light version. Just like you got Bud Light and Miller Light, well, you got the Rain Report Light, and you can get it here at atsstats.com. Just go on the front page and click on the free stats and go to the sport of your choice. All right, thanks for the pearls, Coach. You're welcome there, OG. And thank you guys for watching today. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the show, please hit that like button. And always subscribe to our channel by tapping the notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video. And anytime we get, trends are your friends. That's right. Gloria K. Hey, Gloria brought my attention the trends are your friends. So what we do is we always look at some of the top trends. Now I'll take a look at the NHL trends, and then I don't think we have good ones for NBA because we just started. The Bruins 14-1 as an away favorite before a division game last 3 years. That's pretty good. Flyers 11-1 against the point spread as a home underdog, playing the month of October since 1996. Think about that. Only 12 occurrences as a home underdog in the month of October since 1996. So I'm telling you guys, the puck line, you want to make some money, cha-ching. And let's take a look at the NBA. Let's see if we got any good NBA. And let's go to the National Basketball Association. And tomorrow we'll do some college football. It'll be Thursday college football. I got to fix my stats in college football. I noticed some of them are off. The Jazz coming, okay, so it's all coming off situation. So the Raptors 14-1 as a home team in the month of October. The Spurs 12-1 in the month of October the last 10 years. The Celtics 11-1 as a pick'em to +3 away underdog, and the totals between 215 and 220 the last 5 years. The Grizzlies 10-1 as a 7-point to 9.5 point home favorite versus non-division opponents the last 4 seasons. Trailblazers 10-1 as a home team versus Sacramento the last 7 years. Hey, the trends are pretty good here today. Right, no, we don't need coming off situation. That was last year. And so the over 9-1 for the Pelicans on Hump Day the last 2 years. And let's finish on a high note right here. And let's look for a good high note. The under 2-14. So 2 overs, 14 unders for the Jazz as a home team versus Oklahoma the last 7 years. And those are the trends. And let's see if they are your friends today on October 20th. All right, that's the show today, guys. An hour 3 minutes, pretty good. And we'll be back here on a full Friday. That's a Thursday. In the meantime, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back